Hello, my name's David Creasy. I'm a retired senior battalion chief from the Chesterfield Fire Department. I'm also retired from the city of Richmond, where I was fire marshal for just about 10 years. I'm here today to talk very briefly about my dealings with cancer and how it's affected me. I've spent 23 of my 50 years of service managing and conducting fire investigations. So I have quite a bit of experience and exposure to fire scenes over my career. I'm past board member of the Virginia chapter of the IAAI, and I also served for several years as the training committee chairman. In June 2014, I was having what was thought to be a pneumonia attack, and I ended up in the hospital. And when the radiologist came out, they said, you don't have pneumonia, but you have cancer. This hit me like a stone because I had no signs, no symptoms related to the cancer. Had no pain. So it was quite a surprise to me at that point. They brought in an oncologist, and the oncologist said that I had a neuroendocrine cancer, which was on my liver, and I had 25 tumors on my liver. 25 tumors, and I didn't have any signs nor symptoms. At that point, they told me they could not do any operating, no transplants, that it was terminal, and they gave me about a year to live. I immediately started out with chemo and putting a port in and some other tests being conducted the next day. So I knew it was bad when they rushed everything around, and you probably understand hospitals don't move too fast. Well, this one did. I took a very positive approach to this. While I certainly wasn't happy, it wasn't anything I could do about it. I've loved the fire service since the day I started, and it's just the price you pay when we're exposed to some of the carcinogens and toxic gases out on the fire scene. Right now, I'm approaching 4 years since that day, and it's kind of funny in a way that this has gone on now for 4 years. It's given me plenty of time to go out and talk to people about cancer and firefighting and suggest ways to avoid some of the problem areas. I did have a physical, strangely enough. I did have a physical in February of 2014 that did not show any cancer. However, I must say that the physical may not have actually tested for cancer. So I had the company physical in February, and in May they found 25 tumors on my liver. Neuroendocrine cancer is not covered under the Virginia cancer presumptive law. So we were not able to get any assistance from the state to help us with the cost. The costs are very high, and even with my regular insurance, we were paying anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 a month. And that's a quick way to drain your retirement, your savings, and with little help out there for us. So we were spending money like it was growing on trees. The one thing I should have done and didn't do, and I highly suggest that you do, is you get a cancer insurance policy. You can get it in many different designs, but basically you get that insurance policy, they will pay and take care of most of the bills. We had a fellow firefighter in the city of Richmond who had leukemia, which is certainly a little different, but he had cancer policy, and he paid actually zero on any of the bills that came in, and he also got a clean bill of health in about 2 years. Cancer takes over your life. It's a new life once you're diagnosed. It's not always fun. In fact, that the medicine that they give you, the chemo or whatever they may have you on, because you're usually going to be on several medicines, are have various side effects. The biggest thing I see is fatigue, and the chemo would knock me down when I'd start that, and and I was very weak and lost strength to do things. So I was at the mercy of chemo in my new life. We were able to get the tumor count down from 25 to 23 over the next year. The doctor said that that's wonderful, but understand that the cancer will be back. We can't tell you when, and we can't tell you where. Well, so I started in 2014. In 2016, it did show back up in some scans we did, and it moved from my liver to my hips, to my back, and to my right femur. And so we started with chemo again and basically started the process over again. One thing I will say, my doctor is really great, and she is hooked up with Johns Hopkins, so any testing and research they were doing, we were able to take advantage of. And right now I'm on a break because my cancer has not moved, it has not grown over the last 3 months. So we think the combination of chemos that we've been taking are in fact good for my particular cancer, and is something that we can go back to because we're looking at alternatives medicine at this time, and we're going to see how that goes. I do believe my cancer came from dermal absorption. I worked a lot of fire scenes in a t-shirt and no turnout gear, and there was still some smoke, toxic gases, carcinogens being put off in the house or around the house, and I was exposing myself to that. So I really feel like with the amount of years I have that's what's happened. You have to change the way you think about cancer. Cancer is now the leading cause of firefighter deaths. It has surpassed heart attacks. And a lot of it is permanent, just like my cancer is. So you basically take treatment to buy you a little more time. So you have to start looking at things different and carefully prioritize as a fire department what you may need to purchase, implement in your operations to try to help and prevent the cancer actually being taken in by individuals, not just in fire investigations, but also in firefighting. There are plenty of guides out that you can choose to help you set up policies, and there are several departments out there that have policies that are willing to share. Keep in mind that cancer is not like a cold. It's not here for a week or two and then it's gone. Cancer is a devastating disease that may not go away until you go away. So you really have to take that preventative approach to cancer, and you also need to keep a very positive outlook during your treatment. The biggest thing is for you not to become a statistic. We want to implement positive and improved safety procedures now. The cost may need to be prioritized, but we need policies in place, and we need new habits that will protect us while we're out doing our job. Thanks for this few minutes, and I wish you well.